First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Taken in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 15 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. First carry now for Gus Edwards. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll I guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
To the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
So on 4th down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
The extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Justin Tucker.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
7-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Brings up second down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On second down, Mayfield again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
13 yards.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 85 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And on 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They were in zone defensively. Went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's second.
Mayfield on play action.
23-yard line.
And finding the tight end Hooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard.
And the Ravens taking the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
On the counter, it's Edwards. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up
throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Jackson. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
And here's Jackson on the option.
At the 42-yard line.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
2-yard gain on the play.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Russell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Ravens 10.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield with it once more. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there. 1st down.
And the Ravens 1st down.
Open man is Duvernay.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
13.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. The Rams trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Jarrett Stidham has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Here's Jackson on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Russell. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Browns to take over. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing, Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run. Chubb. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
2-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and
goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
1 yard on the play. It's now
3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Ravens 13.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. He stepped right up like a pro.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the option, Jackson will keep it. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
At the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Russell. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space.
and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Second and 11. They go play action with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now he'll tuck it and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And that will make this a 4-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens ready to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 28.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work, I just keep coming back to what a magic number that is. We've almost made it routine, haven't we? 300 yards, wow, what a great day. We don't understand what goes into that. And today, he's taking advantage of every opportunity, and he's being very precise throwing the football.
Some highlights to show for his efforts. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
It's now 2nd and
from the 39. Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Mayfield.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
1-yard line.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Williams on the coverage.
To throw again, Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. All said and done. It's another
on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
they become just as critical.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 31-27, 2:24 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part one of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story.
Baltimore.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And they take a knee. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zones, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zones, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.